Yay for coffee, the shit cream of men. I don't know what I just said then. Yeah, one take, okay. Don't judge me. It's 1:38 in the morning. I've literally stayed up all night again. Um, but I don't know. I was like about to go to sleep, and then I was just hit with inspiration for another video. I know I normally only do one video a day, but it was just like, hey, inspiration, bitch slap. And so yeah, then I went ahead and started recording this, which you are viewing right now. And I may keep looking down here, and again, it's exactly the same setup. It's just a couple of hours later. You guys may start seeing it a couple of hours later, because you didn't know that this is a couple hours later, because I made that video at like 3 hours before you guys saw it, because of it taking a fuck ton of time to upload. So basically, what this video is going to be, and because what I just showed you that for, which I think I completely forgot to mention, because one of the comments was I get sidetracked very easily, and that is true. I do get distracted and sidetracked, which is basically the same thing. But I do get sidetracked and distracted very easily, because these are one takes. That means I literally just blam them out and upload them without any sort of editing or anything like that. And on the first try is what I use. I'm going to keep looking down here, because I literally just sent out a post which was just like, hey, just go comment what you want me to do or talk about. And so I'm quickly going to check it again, because you might have actually commented something. Yeah, you did. Oh no, it was just sadness. Okay. One of you wanted me to do a challenge, which I had to Google because I'm out of the loop with all the crazy challenges people do. But I can't do that, because that would require me going and getting jelly beans, and due to the fact that A, I have no money, and B, it's 1:30 in the morning. I can't, because it's 1:30 in the morning, which means nothing is open. I don't even think a supermarket is open at this time, and even if there was, that would be the one that I have to travel to get to, and I don't have any money for travel because I'm not old enough to drive yet. I mean, I probably actually am. I probably can drive, but I also have the perfect segue. I have a fear of driving. Yeah. The only comment I got, like actually a comment on what they wanted me to talk about, was my fears, and also what was it again? So my worst fears and one thing that scared me in life. Jeez, you want to try to terrify me or something, don't you? You want to like come haunt me or something. Yeah, no. I have lots of fears because I'm a very paranoid person just by nature. I'm freaked out by a lot of shit. But the one thing that scares me above all else is the fear of the unknown. I am so fucking terrified of shit I don't know. It scares me, okay? If I don't know how a situation is gonna pan out, it freaks me out. Like posting that, I was afraid you guys were gonna ask me a bunch of weird shit. So actually, I'm gonna check that again, because your Google sensors kick in, and I don't even know if you can hear me, so I might pause every now and then. My Google sensors kick in. I'm just like, you commented something, but no, that wasn't a comment. That was just a post. So I was kind of right. I was half right. One of the commenters posted something, which kind of counts, I guess. Yeah. Fears. Fear of the unknown. Terrified of it. If you don't know what it is, Google it, because I'm too lazy to explain it. I really want this one to actually fit in with my conformities of at least 10 minutes. Conformity. I don't even know if that's a word. I just pretend like big words I use are actually words when probably like 50% of them aren't. But, as the opportunist would say, 50% of them are then. But yeah, I'm not an opportunist, so, and fucking hell, the computer's on, the TV is on the computer shut again. Because I had to push the thing that I'm balancing this on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my last vlog. But the thing that I'm balancing this onto view so I can stand up, and I just spilled coffee all over myself. But the computer's balanced on top of something, and I had to move that thing back so that I could put the coffee down, because I'm having a coffee at 1:30 in the morning, because I'm a caffeine addict and coffee doesn't affect me at all. Literally doesn't. I will go to sleep probably after this. But coffee is good. Coffee is good. Yeah, so I fear the unknown. Basically, best example is asking someone out, and then that moment of, do they like me? Do they know who I am? Pretty sure I've gone over this before, but you know, all of that is really scary to me. Like, legitimately is really scary to me. What else did you say? The thing that has scared me the most in your life. Okay, so the thing that scared me the most in my life, by far, most definitely, is I mean, I don't know. I've had a lot of kind of scary things, but nothing that's really stood out except for one thing because it really changed my view on a lot of things in life, which will make sense once I explain it. Obviously, I've had a few really scary things, but they're related to my greatest fear. Like going back to school after being in a wheelchair was super scary because I didn't know how people were going to react to me. Um, because I was still kind of in a wheelchair, but like I could move around a lot better. Like I could get up on crutches and walk around, whereas when I was first in a wheelchair, I couldn't. I wasn't allowed to stand up at all. No, but one of the things that scared me the most and what actually changed my life in a lot of ways was I nearly drowned. So yeah, I've never talked about this on Google Plus because I don't like thinking about it. But one of the scariest things that ever happened to me that was just like a wake up call above all else was nearly drowning. Um, like it's one of the only near death experiences I've had, and it was freaky. So basically, I used to be really reckless around the ocean. I used to love jumping in the ocean, just doing stupid shit around the ocean, just standing in the ocean because I live in New Zealand, and no matter what side of the country, where you are in the country, you're pretty much always close to the ocean. That's just how the rules is. I know it's not like that in America. You can have to travel for hours to get to the actual ocean. I mean, sure, I'm assuming there's rivers and streams and ponds and inland lakes and shit like that, but the ocean is like a walking distance for me. Both my houses. I mean, I'm not rich. I don't own two houses, but you know my parents do, and they're not rich either. But you know what I mean. Split parents causes problems. But both, and I could walk to the beach right now if I wanted to. I'm not going to because it's 1:30 in the morning and I should be asleep, which is why my eyes look really dark as well. And it's dark outside. You can see it through the window curtain back there. Just like pitch dark. Like at least if I'm filming, I can just like you can't see it. I don't think, but just right there is just the corner of the TV, and it's just like one of you was taking the piss out of me, but it's right there. It annoys me. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Back to emotionally impacting. Ocean drowning. Yeah. So yeah, really reckless, and I was down by the ocean one day, and me and my friend were filming this video. Yeah, I know, we were filming before we were on YouTube. Like that blonde guy, if you go on my YouTube channel and you look at some of my other videos, it's a blonde guy called Finn. Yeah, we used to be really good friends, and then he fucked off to London or some shit. I don't know, it was somewhere in Britain, pretty sure, England. I don't know. All those words are the same to me. Anyway, because it's over there. I don't actually know if it's over there. It's probably more like over there, but and yeah, waving my arms around again because I'm active and it's 1:30 in the morning and I'm happy, and I don't know why I'm so happy. It's probably something to do with testosterone, but I am happy. I'm just like really happy, and I feel like checking my Google Plus again, and I'm gonna have to like talk like this so that you can still hear me. I don't know if you can, but I'm just checking again to see. Yeah, no, nothing at all. Only comment. Wow, only comment that wasn't jelly beans. Can't do jelly beans. Sorry. Yeah, there's not much to say about the ocean thing other than I was being a retard and nearly drowned, and that was scary because from then on I've respected the ocean and like only go down there when it's safe, and I don't like swimming. Yeah, I know. Even though I love like actually swimming, like in pools and stuff, I don't like swimming in the time for more coffee. That's if I stumble on my words, it means I need more coffee because coffee. Like you'll get that if you've seen that regular show episode where the big coffee bean is running around in a diaper going coffee, coffee, coffee. Yeah, okay, I watch a lot of weird shit, like Rick and Morty and Regular Show, and actually, I made a Rick and Morty reference. Yeah, no, that's for a Google Plus post. No, get out of here, Thor. So I would slap myself in the head, but I'll probably fall over. Um, so yeah, I drowned. Well, I didn't drown because I'm still alive, but I was drowning, and then I was saved by a man in a leather jacket holding bags of shopping. Yeah, no, I shit you not. He was in like a really big leather jacket and was holding bags of shopping, and he happened to be my friend's dad. I don't know why he didn't put the shopping bags down to like save me from drowning, but you know he strided into the grey waters to save me. No, that was scary because, well, I don't know if any of you have actually ever come close to drowning like I did, but if you do, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's you can't breathe and you're like getting sucked back, and no matter what you do, you don't seem to make a difference because the ocean is just like, ooh, you're coming with me, and you're like, no, no, don't take me with you, and yeah, okay, I didn't argue with the ocean, that's not a thing, but yeah, because actually, how I didn't die horribly and drown and not be alive right now was what I did was I slammed my elbows into the sand, which was probably the smartest thing I've ever done in my life because I don't do a lot of smart things because I'm not smart. But one of the smartest, man, it irritates me, my hair, and it's. Yeah, okay, so you were laughing at my last video, but now you're laughing at me raging at my hair. Yeah, um, slamming my elbows into the sand helped me. Of course, it was kind of stupid at the same time. I mean, sure, it stopped me from being sucked right out where I couldn't be saved, but what it did was when the tide came back in, I was like thrown up against some rocks and I blacked out. And yeah, obviously I can't remember anything after that because I blacked out. That's what blacking out means. It means you don't remember anything because you pass out. Um, yeah, but like I blacked out, and next thing I know, I'm being dragged up the stairs because the tide had literally come so far up that it had come all the way up to the stairs, and I was being dragged up the stairs, and that's the last thing I remember. Also, I'm gonna move the camera down so you can actually see proof of what I'm talking about because I have a scar on my knee from the rock that I smashed into. So if you just wait a second, I'm gonna move some shit so that I can bring the computer down here down to my Google Plus posting level, and then I'm gonna find it. I can't remember which scar it is because I've got two scars on my knee, but you're gonna see my hairy knees if you like. I don't even know if the camera can pick that up, but there's like a red thing you can't see very well, but that red thing is like a scar, and it's never healed properly. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Either it's that one that you can see, or it's one along here that you can't see. And that is proof because that's the rock that I crashed into. Because how beaches around where I live work is they pile rocks up as like a sort of wall to stop the ocean from like not decaying, but like destroying the sand barrier so that the town doesn't collapse into the ocean. Because, you know, New Zealanders, we're crazy and we build towns right next to the ocean because, you know, smart things. Anyway, yeah, that's that. My biggest fear is fear of the unknown. I also fear clowns, like a lot of people do. That's quite common, actually. Believe it or not, if you don't fear clowns, there is actually a fear of clowns. But then again, there's also a fear of a duck is watching you somewhere around the world. Yeah, no, seriously, Google it. A fear of a duck watching you somewhere around the world. It's a thing. People are actually afraid that somewhere around the world a duck is staring at them angrily. I almost want to have that fear just so I can explain that to people more often because it's so funny to say. Um, yeah. And by the way, I do that because like my facial hair is one of those weird facial hairs that just sort of goes down my neck rather than actually growing on my face. Just like, hey, I'm going to grow on your neck. So, you know, doesn't help at all with this face. Yeah. Again, I've gone way over my 10 minutes because I'm dumb. Yeah, fear of the unknown. I mean, I was going to talk about lots of things, but I mean, one person commented, so another person wanted me to do a jelly bean challenge, but I can't do a jelly bean challenge because I don't have any jelly beans. Yeah, sorry. I wanted to do the Chubby Bunny challenge. Blah, 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 blah. Chubby Bunny challenge. I don't know why I can't say that. I wanted to do the Chubby Bunny challenge, but I can't because I don't have chubby bunnies either. I mean marshmallows. Dipshits. And who comes up with these ideas? Alright, here's one. Come back here. Quickly, I'll blurt out 10 facts about my crush, because, you know, someone said that. Okay, 10 facts. They're scary. They're small. The chances that they want to kill me after this video is very high. The chance that they're high, not very high. Oh god, this is like not nearly as easy as I pictured it in my head to be, because I actually thought about doing this and then I got sidetracked again and then I didn't do it. Yeah, so there's scary. There's more jokes. Okay. Man, it would just be easy to say who it is. Okay. It's 4 facts, I guess. Yeah, that is the one you wanted. Thing is, I don't actually know if I have a crush or if I just like to mess with people, because, you know, it's what being single is. The bonus to being single is you can mess around with anyone you want and it not bother you. Then again, I like Matt G's video. I saw it. It's not the unicorn, like a unicorn dick, or like a unicorn but with a dick. Not that one, but the one about kissing. He basically goes and explains how it's hard to find someone. He worded it really well. It was like, it's really hard to find someone you want to have a face party with, because it is. Cause by face party, I mean kiss. By kiss, I mean relationship. By relationship, I mean not what I had, because that's not a relationship. That's relation shit, because it turned to shit really quickly. So, you know, for me, it's more of a, not so much having a crush on one particular person. It's about still, I would say, putting my feelers out there, but that sounds really creepy. But like, what's the thing with the pies and the having your finger in multiple pies or whatever? Yeah, I'm putting my fingers in multiple pies, except I'm still trying to find the pies to put my fingers in the pies, so that I can then be like, yeah, I've got my fingers in multiple pies. Now I just need to choose which pie is the. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking right now before this gets like turns into like one huge metaphor for sex, because you know, sex metaphors. I make a lot of jokes about sex. What can I say? I don't know why, but like every time I do a video, I'm just like, I'm gonna do that, and then when it gets to me actually recording the video, I'm like, I was gonna do that, but I had no idea what previous me was thinking. I'm gonna start doing audio logs and then just like play them in the video. That would help, but that would also make me look weirder than I already am. Also, I really wish this light wasn't so overbearing, but it's kind of like Jesus rays. So like, instead of like having to pay for effects or whatever, I can just be like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm weird, but I've talked about a lot of things. Hopefully, covered a couple of things. Fear of the unknown. Drowning was the scariest thing that happened to me, or nearly drowning, because nearly drowning was scary and it left me with a giant scar on my leg. Which, by the way, I have 12 scars over my body. I've got 3 on this arm, which you probably can't see, but I've got 1 running down there, which you can kind of see. I've got the exact same sort of scar running down there, except it's a lot more faint. And I've got 1 scar, which is actually healing up really well, but it runs right down across there. And sort of, as a result of it, I've got sort of spots which have started to occur on it. I've got a scar on this finger. I'm not pulling the finger at you, by the way. This is my ring finger. I've got a scar just along there, which you can't. The camera, it's a shit camera. Okay, you won't be able to see any of the scars I'm pointing out. But I got a scar along there, and I would show you the ones on my torso and stuff as well, but that would probably require me taking off my shirt, and I don't want to have to do that on a YouTube video. It's too early for that, and technically it's too late because it's 1 in the morning. It's probably actually be more like 3 in the morning by the time you see this. I probably actually won't even upload this until tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, I might, because I don't feel like sleeping, even though I should, because I always record it when I don't sleep, but then I do it every night, because, you know. Yeah, seriously, I don't know why my teeth look so white in YouTube videos. Like, honest to God, if you meet me in real life, my teeth will not be this white at all. They'll be like yellow. It's just in YouTube videos, they look really white. It's like, Jesus rays. That's my angry face normally. Not my happy Jesus rays coming from my teeth. Yeah, okay, I did that because my teeth are like shining a little bit, and so is the light. The thing is, I can't turn the light out, because if I turn the light out, it's way darker and kind of makes me look like a fucking creep. So I kind of have to have it on, but then it's like, oh, Jesus rays. I'm like, that's a really good way to start a video, actually, because it's like a big flash of light. The thing is, the video will already be playing, so you'll like see me like go over here and be like, yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. One other thing. I'm going to tag someone in this, and I'm going to be like, I'm talking about you, or I might just actually say it, Witty, the person who I'm writing the story for. Around Christmas, I actually made a post about this, but around Christmas time, my family is going on a big trip up the country. Now, obviously, I won't reveal it on a YouTube video because I don't have your permission to do that sort of stuff. So, obviously, if you don't really talk about it that much, so obviously, I won't talk about it, but I know your area. I don't know where you live. I'm not like, I know where you live, but I know your relative. I know, like, your proximity, I know you live in a certain area in New Zealand, just like Americans have their states. We just sort of have areas. Like, you live in, for example, I live in the Wellington area. I don't actually live in Wellington, but I live in the Wellington area. I live within, like, if you're in Wellington, you could get to me really easily. Please don't hunt me down, though, except unless someone actually did ask about sending mail to me. I don't actually know how the whole sending mail to me works unless I give you my email address. I give you my address, but then again, I might not actually be at that house. I might be at the other house by the time you send it. Because the thing you gotta understand is that would be international posting, and that would cost you money. And if you're a person watching this, the chances of you being a kid without a job is pretty high. Then again, so is the scary person who's probably also going to watch this, but they're not a kid. They're older than me. But then again, I can pass off as older than them. So, My question, though, I sidetracked again, but the thing about me going up around Christmas time, and I'm doing the Just Do It thing from Charlotte Buff's video, because I'm too cheap to actually just have that clip playing over the top, but the thing with the whole me going on a big trip around Christmas time is because my dad is actually going to be going up to meet gaming friends in your area. So, like, if you want to meet up around Christmas time, I will probably be wandering around the streets of your area. So, like, if you want to meet up and hang out with me in real life, and we'll have, like, a meet and greet, that can totally and will legitimately happen, because I will be wandering around in your town, or your city, more specifically. Because my dad is going up there to meet internet friends who he's met on a game called Ark, which I also play a lot. And they were like, oh, dude, I live up in fucking this place. And then my dad's like, oh, man, we're going up near there for Christmas. We'll go visit you. So, I'm going to be, yeah, if you want to meet, just, like, we'll talk about it. I know that sounds really creepy, and normally you only do that if you're like a pedophile who wants to, like, kill them. But I don't want to kill you. I just want to say hi to you in real life. Because that's like one of the things I want to be able to tick off my box is be like, yes, meet people in real life that I've met on the internet. Yes, they were awesome. Yes, they were probably what I'm imagining as a person. Yes, now I can keep writing the story. Yes, they can actually see what I look like. I mean, sure, you see me right now, but it's not the same as meeting me in real life as it is on YouTube. Like, that's a thing, it's a lot different meeting someone in real life than it is meeting them online and meeting them through videos and stuff. Like, I'm talking directly to you guys right now. I'm even looking at the screen. I'm not actually looking at the camera because I'm looking at the camera right now. I'm staring into your soul. See, no. I like looking at the screen because then you can see. It's me looking directly at the thing you're looking through. It's more personal than me looking at the camera. Because if I'm looking at the camera and you're looking at the screen, you won't know what I'm talking about unless you actually record videos yourself. Yeah, I don't know why I keep bouncing on my heels. I really shouldn't, because I'll snap my toe. And yes, I have a fused toe, so that's totally okay, you know what, I'm just gonna end it there. I don't know how to end these, because, you guys are... I had inspiration. I still do. So, I might just crank out vlogs and then just be like, bam, 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 bam. Don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore, but I really want to do videoing with my life. Yeah. Hopefully I'm making people happy. But given that no one really watches my videos, I could do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Basically what I just said was, due to the fact that like 0 people watch my videos, I doubt YouTube would give a fuck with what I did or do just as a person. Like, hey, I'm part of the Illuminati. I have a triangle right next to me. Yeah, it's a triangle made out of wood. Actually, it's more like a pyramid made out of wood. But, don't ask why I have one. My dad made it, and he was just like, don't stick this anywhere you shouldn't. Actually, just preferably don't like do anything with it. Just leave it there. He didn't actually explain why he made a triangle out of wood. He just made a triangle out of wood because he's a creative guy. Why wouldn't he? Why not have a? Why are you questioning my triangle of wood? Why don't you have a triangle of wood? Yeah, wood for days. Just realized wood is relating to penises. And I'm just talking about penises for days, which actually would segue into another video I could talk about because someone asked me a really weird question and I was like, no. All I'm going to say was penises and money. And it was bizarre. Like, would you... a certain amount of wood for a certain amount of cash. I'm just like, I probably wouldn't for any cash because... I'm not that type of person. I'm not that desperate for money that I'm going to go ahead and stick someone else's junk in my mouth to get money. I'm not that type of person. That just doesn't work in my mind at all. I probably wouldn't even have sex with random people for money because, I don't know, I take sex seriously. It's also kind of scared of it because it's sex, just many bad things can come from it. Many good things come from it, but many bad things just as equally. And it's fear of the unknown, Me still being untouched and shit, and pure and innocent, and the idea of, yeah, no. And especially not for money, If you're gonna be, as Robbie Ray Rana from Far Cry 4 put it, if you're gonna be sticking your hard drive into someone else's floppy disk, you should be doing it for enjoyment, not for anything else, really. I mean, then again, it doesn't actually seem like a very enjoyable thing. I mean, if you think about it, it's probably actually kind of awkward and kind of painful a lot of the time, in a lot of ways, especially if you end up with some crazy disease as a result of it. Or kids. I've been told kids are a pain. I've been told I'm a pain. But then again, I probably am because I cost a lot of money. I'm a very expensive child because... I break a lot of shit, and when you break a lot of shit, it costs a lot of money. But here in New Zealand, we're not dickheads to people who have problems. There's this thing called ACC here, and that means that, like, the government pays for me a lot of the time because I break things, and they know that. And I know that I don't break things because I'm stupid. I break things just because I break things. And they pay for my breaks. Yay. They don't pay for all my breaks. Like, I actually get a questionnaire before I get a surgery. It's like, how did you do this? And I'm like, yeah, I was just sort of like, I was just at the park, and I was pushing this thing, and then I jumped out of the way, and then like 8 other people landed on my arm. This is a true story. This is how I got like 3 of these scars. And yeah, as a result of it, my arm is all kind of fucked up. And they were like, oh, okay, we'll mark that one down as weird and fucked up. And then the government were like, hey, he didn't actually break that because he's a fucking idiot. He broke that because other people are fucking idiots. and because he's breakable. Like, that wouldn't have happened if he wasn't breakable. And they weren't fucking retards. So we gotta pay for it, because we're nice guys. And I've already gone over what because I was like, fuck it, this video is nowhere gonna be near 10 minutes. Oh man, the thing is, once I start talking, I don't want to stop talking. And the thing is, once I start watching a video, I don't want to stop watching it. So why should I stop watching it? But I said this would be a long one, so, if you've actually watched all the way through my rambling of senseless rambles, then I'm actually quite impressed with you, because that's something that is not many people can say they've done. Because, real quick, because I don't want to miss anything you guys want me to talk about, so real quick, I'm going to check again in case you guys are just a little bit late on the train. I mean, I doubt it, due to the fact that, no one loves me. But, we'll check anyway. Bear with me. Why are you talking about gaming? And why are you tagging me? But now you want to just... You guys are liking my videos and stuff, but you're not really helping the ideas, guys. Come on. I want to talk about stuff, but you're not giving me anything to talk about. Because, to be honest, I have a lot of shit rolling around in my head. Like, this YouTube channel is literally just shit rolling around in my head that I want to talk about. But I know that a lot of the shit that I want to talk about would spiral out of control really quickly. And, I spilled coffee on the bench. Yeah, coffee. A lot of the shit I want to talk about is kind of, no. So, if you guys have things you want me to address, I'm willing to talk about them, but you actually have to tell me what they are so I can actually talk about them, because I don't read minds. Even if I could read minds, it's been theorized that you couldn't read them over the internet, because you would have to have, eye contact at least with them. So, even if I could read minds, I doubt I could read minds over the internet. That's like reading minds on hard level. If you play video games, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, that'll just sound like I'm talking about sex again. So yeah, give me ideas, because my ideas are kind of fucked up. And I don't want to talk about my ideas, because they're ideas that YouTube probably won't like me talking about. So yeah, also that, and people who talk about their own opinions get completely shunned and hated on and all that shit. Now I'm going to end this. I know I could keep rambling. I honestly could record this for an hour straight and then upload it, and you guys would, honestly, if you watched through that entire video, would be really impressive. But due to the fact that I literally cannot stand a video that takes more than an hour to upload, I have to end it now. I'm sorry if you like listening to my senseless rambling, which is bizarre. If you do, you're strange. I mean, you might just like listening to my voice. I mean, I totally understand if you're doing other things and just listening to my vlogs. That's probably what I would do if I found a guy who vlogs like I do, which I did. His name is Matt G. Posted 4 of his videos, and I've posted 4 of his videos already. Yeah, he rambles, so we're on the same page. Except his videos only last 6 minutes. Mine last 33. But this one's taken up almost 34. It actually smells like the computer's about to catch on fire. So I'm gonna go, make sure that the house doesn't burn down now. And also, quickly, snack idea. What I did, because I'm stupid and I love these 2 things very much dearly, and they're very close to my heart, and I like putting them in my mouth in not the sexual way, but in the actual, I actually enjoy to eat these things, is taking bacon and putting it in a sandwich press, depending on where you're from, but here we just call it a toasty pie machine. I don't actually know what it's called around the world, but apparently it's called a sandwich press, and that irritates the fuck out of me, because it's not a sandwich press. You're not pressing sandwiches, you're making toasties. There's a big difference between sandwiches and toasties, because toasties are better. Yeah, toasties. Taking a sandwich press or a toasty pie machine and taking bacon and then just literally slapping bacon on it, and then just being look at you, bacon, and just cooking the shit out of the bacon, because it actually cooks it really quickly. And then you take the bacon out quickly, and while it's still hot, you layer 4 bits of cheese down on the toast pie machine, and sure, it will start to melt straight away. So then you've got to slap that bacon back on, and then layer 4 more bits of cheese on top of that, or however many, depending on how long your bacon is. Yeah, how long's your bacon? Put cheese on, depending on how long your bacon is. For me, it was like literally 1, but 4 would have worked way better. That's why I say 4. And then just sandwich press the fuck out of that. And you have to be careful to like scrape cheese off the top of it, because, you know, I'm a foodie. I like talking about food, okay? I'm a terrible cook, but I like talking about food. And then you like take that out and you slap it in some bread. So good. Yeah. Good. It's basically a bacon toasty, but without toasted bread. Alright, I'm gonna go, because I actually think my dad's turning up, and it's gonna be awkward if he turns up, and I'm recording a video. So,